Hey girls, today we are going to learn about Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the 10th Prime Minister of India. He belonged to the Bharatiya Janata Party and he ruled for 3 terms. His first term in 16th May 1996 to 1st June 1996, only 16 days he was the Prime Minister. He couldn't prove his he couldn't prove his majority in the parliament. So his government was toppled down. For the second term, he was the Prime Minister from 19th March 1998 to 10th October 1999. That time he ruled for 13 months. His government was toppled by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha by a single vote. Only by a single vote his government was toppled down. For the third term, he was the Prime Minister from 10th October 1999 to 22nd May 2004, his full term as Prime Minister. So in between 96 and 98, there was two united front government by H.D. Deve Gowda. He was also once the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He was the Prime Minister of India from June 1996 to April 1997. Previously, he was the 14th Chief Minister of Karnataka. So after him, Inder Kumar Gujral. He was the Prime Minister of India from April 1997 to March 1998. Because of Jayalalitha's support, he was ruling the government in the second term. So once when she toppled the government, he lost the Prime Ministership. So he was born in Gwalior State. His father and mother were Krishna Devi and Krishna Bihari Vajpayee. He completed his BA Hindi in Victoria College and MA Political Science in DAV College, Kanpur. From 1939, he was the member of RSS. In 1942, he was arrested for 24 days for participating in the Quit India movement. From 1968 to 1972, he was a member of Bharatiya Jana Sangh. In 1977, he was the Minister of External Affairs in the administration of Morarji Desai. His first term lasted for 16 days. His second term, 13 months. From 1996 to 1998, two united front governments were there. From 1999 to 2004, he was the Prime Minister for full term. For in 1998, the BJP formed a National Democratic Alliance comprising of all political parties, and the BJP alliances got 303 seats out of 543. One of his biggest achievement was the nuclear test at Pokhran. It was done after 24 years in 1974, the Operation Smiling Buddha. When the nuclear test was conducted, it was greatly opposed by USA, Canada, Britain, Japan and other countries. Then he went to Lahore for Lahore Declaration. Another important incident during his administration was Kargil War of 1999. Pakistan was sending insurgents into the Kargil and the Siachen Valley. So it was a snow-clouded area with heavy cloud mountain peaks, and more than 500 Indian soldiers were killed in the battle. 600 to 4,000 Pakistan soldiers were also killed. Indian government was able to recover 70% of their territories. This is called as Operation Vijay. So Operation Vijay was a successful one. Parvez Musharraf was behind the Kargil War when Nawaz Sharif was the Prime Minister of Pakistan. So Operation Vijay was conducted on 26 May 1999. Captain Vikram Batra, he gave his life for the success of India. Musharraf, he was the man behind the Kargil War. Nawaz Sharif was the Prime Minister of Pakistan during the Kargil War. India had good relationship with USA. Bill Clinton visited India in March 2000. So this is also after 22 years of Jimmy Carter's visit in 1978. They had bilateral, regional and international conventions. They worked for development. Vajpayee visited China. He met Hu Jintao in Beijing. He visited New York also. He met George Bush on 24th September. Chandrika Kumaratunga, the president of Sri Lanka, also had good rapport with Vajpayee. Vajpayee visited Russia several times and Putin also visited India. Another important event in Vajpayee's administration was the Kandahar hijack. So in December 1999, the Indian airline flight 1C, which was bound from Kathmandu to New Delhi, was hijacked by five terrorists of Taliban-ruled Afghans. So they had several demands. One of them was the release of Masood Azhar from prison. So the government was having some negotiations. At last, the Jashwant Singh flew with the terrorists to exchange them for the passengers. So this is the map how the flight was taken hijacked. This is Masood Azhar. It was because of him the flight was hijacked. So another important thing is the Godhra train fire. So in February 2002, the Hindu pilgrims returning to Gujarat after completing the Shilastana in Ayodhya, they were coming to train in Gujarat. When the train was stopped at Godhra, there was some scuffle broke out between the Hindus and local Muslims, and the train was set fire. And 59 people were died and charred bodies were displaced on the road of Ahmedabad. So there was a statewide scuffle and thousands of Muslims were killed. See here the charred bodies from the train. Lot of revolutions were going on, nearly violence for 2 months. The BJP government, that time the Gujarat was ruled by the BJP government headed by Narendra Modi. Vajpayee himself flew away to Gujarat and he arranged for financial aid to the victims. The then President K.R. Narayanan blamed Vajpayee for the Godhra incident. Vajpayee operated a bus from Lahore to Pakistan. He himself travelled in the bus with some of his BJP friends. Another important thing is the Bangaru Lakshmanan case, the Tehelka case. March 2001, the Tehelka group of companies, they operate Operation West End. They set up some case and they donated them 1 crore of rupees and Bangaru Lakshman accepted the bribe. It was taken as a video and was spread out. Another one was, the reference was George Fernandez. He resigned due to the Barak missile scandal. So Barak missile scandal, George Fernandez was involved in it. An important domestic policy, 2002 to 2004, there was a lot of economic reforms. National Highways Development Project was a main achievement of Vajpayee. And the appointment of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and the privatization of government-owned corporations add to his furthers. This is a golden quadrilateral, joint Chennai, Calcutta, Delhi and Mumbai. See the network of roads. The golden quadrilateral, 5,846 km long road of 4.6 lanes connecting India's 4 metropolitan cities, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi. This project was launched in 1999. North-South corridors aim at connecting Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir with Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, including Cochin, Salem spur with 4,076 km long road. The East-West corridor had been planned to connect Siktar in Assam with the port town of Porbandar in Gujarat with 3,640 km of road length. The two corridors intersected at Jhansi. This was a major achievement of Vajpayee's government, the roads we have now. He died on 16th August 2018. Thank you.